guys. Welcome back to Tiff Talks 22. If this is not your first time joining us, guys, we're going to take a look at the disappearance of London Thomas. I think she's from Detroit, Michigan. She is a 17-year-old young lady. She unfortunately was dating a 23-year-old young man, and she was last seen April 5th. She was dropped off by her older sister at her boyfriend's house, the 23-year-old Jalen, right? Her body, like, they didn't hear from her for a couple days. Her family didn't. So they filed a missing persons report and they started to search for her. Her body, ultimately, they didn't find anything on their searches, is what I recall. But ultimately, the police received a tip about a vehicle that had been parked in front of a house not too far from Jalen's house, where her body was discovered already in a state of decomposition because she'd been gone for a few weeks, right? Someone who lives near the house says that the vehicle had been parked there for like 2 weeks, and yeah, no questions were asked. Nobody tried to figure out whose vehicle is this, none of that. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Jalen was ultimately arrested for, I think he was named a person of interest, right? He and his mother, actually. And then they bonded out and they were released. But then the mother was rearrested, his mother, Charla Pendergrass, for lying to the FBI. They also raided their home and searched some things. I think her family said they didn't find anything there, but I don't know if they would tell the family, if they found anything. So, we'll take that with a grain of salt as well. But Mother Charla is supposed to be arraigned, might have been yesterday, for her charges. I think she ended up being released. She had to surrender her passport. She is on what's it called? The ankle monitor. She can't leave the county, the state, those types of things. Obviously the country. But yeah, so this is an interesting case, y'all. I feel like there are lots of moving parts and details here. The way that I normally do this reading, Spirit is telling me not to do that. But I most definitely did use my personal deck, right, to go through and see like what led up to this situation. And so I'm going to show you what those cards are that came out, and I'll clarify them as we go, or just tell you what I got when I clarified it previously. Okay. I try not to make these videos super long because I really want you to stay with me. And if I showed the fullness of it, y'all would get bored. I don't know. Depends on how interested you are in the case. However, London, like I said, was found deceased, and we want to know what led up to that. I was not going to do this reading because I felt like I didn't want to sensationalize the story. And I feel like, when the readings are all over the place, like everybody's doing it, they can kind of become a bit sensationalized, especially in the world of tarot. All right. Y'all be discerning when it comes to that, right? Because a lot of people post readings just to say, oh, I did one on them, and they be just spewing stuff that is irrelevant. So in going through my particular deck, I try to be super specific with my A-team about what they show me. I only want what is relevant to her passing, her disappearance, and what led up to that, right? Because, baby, they'll give me y'all's life story if I let them, right? And then, of course, you can pick up on energy of people that are connected to. So I just wanted what is specifically connected to London's disappearance and subsequently her death. So let's get into it. We're going to start with these particular cards that came out. You guys know that because my deck is a little flimsy, right? The cards that Spirit gives me, I go through each one individually and confirm if they want me to leave that card in for the reading, or if it just is something that kind of came out as like a tag-along card because they so thin. Anyway, the first card, guys, that we got is a party, a gathering, or a club, which suggests to me, it's giving like that Three of Cups kind of energy, but it just really suggests to me that this was a group of people, right? And a group could be 3 or more, period, right? So it doesn't have to be like they were at a club. They could have been having a little kickback, a little house party. Ain't that what the kids call it, a kickback? I don't know. I think so. Anyway, so there was some type of gathering of people, right? Where there are at least 3 people involved. Hold on just a second. Okay, had to say my little prayer real quick again. Because, yeah, I have been looking at these cards for a second. Anyway, let's get into it. We have the party, or the gathering, the club card here, which, like I said, just suggests that this was a group of people where there's, yeah. So I don't know if she thought it was just gonna be her and them. Or if it was just like a couple people and then it turned into like something else. This is what I was saying this card reminded me of. That Three of Cups energy. All right. I feel like, too, there's an energy here of her not knowing everyone there, right? She either doesn't know them or she's just not, like, friends with all of these people. But, yeah, there's something going on in this gathering. Or she may have been a little reluctant to go or hesitant to, like, hang with these people. But there may have been, like, I don't know, this young man. Well, first of all, he's 23 dating a 17-year-old. I feel like there's, like, a controlling aspect there. Like, and usually when older people date people who are considered extremely young, it's usually, like, a manipulation type of energy. Unless they have, like, some type of mental deficiency themselves where they, like, have, like, a younger mindset, right? But anyway, I feel like this is something that she either didn't want to go to or she didn't want to be around all these people. But somebody here is with, like, some aggressive energy is like, nah, let's go or we gonna go, right? It's that type of energy. We gonna go or all these people cool or whatever the case, right? This was not a collective that she wanted to be a part of. Also with that Three of Cups, there could have been alcohol drinking involved. I definitely got that intoxication card. We also got the abduction, kidnapping, or lured card here. Yeah. So see, we have the Chariot, which is often about a vehicle of some sort. Yeah. With that Knight of Swords, suggesting there was like some type of rush, some type of haste, some type of force used here. Someone used their influence to do something. And they may have had, like, I don't know if this is the other people that were around these connections who were saying, like, yeah, no, go ahead and go, or you should go, right? Or no, everybody cool here. It's like some type of amen and kind of energy. And somebody feeling like kind of powerless in the situation because there's this controlling energy here. And it's like they went along with something like, okay, fine, let me just not argue, right? That type of energy. Then we also got this robbery card, right? So with robbery and this situation being the type of situation that it is, I was like, is this them? There's definitely an energy of theft, of something being taken or stolen, right? So I'm like, is this someone like stealing or taking her innocence? And it's not that. So I feel like I don't know what baby was what he was into. Look at that. What he was into could have been something illegal now with that Seven of Swords showing up that he did to get money or to stack money, right? But either she was aware of it. Ooh, gooses. She was aware of it and may have been like kind of resisting, like, this, I don't want to be a part of this, or I don't know if he wanted her to go with that abduction and the party card. He wanted her to go ride along. Again, with the Three of Pentacles, though, this is somebody that we're working with to get this money. But there is some deception here, some sneaky stuff going on here. A stressful situation that could most definitely lead to a tower here. But this robbery, somebody was taking something from somebody. Okay? And I feel like her, is this Page of Cups energy right now, did not want to be a part of this. Felt like disappointed in the situation. Disappointed either in seeing something clearly or realizing like this is who this person is or this is what they do. Because then, see, we have this Five of Cups energy, feeling like upset, saddened, worried, at a loss here about something that's been exposed or come to light. So now it's like, because of what I know or what I've learned or the sadness that I feel, I have some thinking to do. Yeah. About this person that is controlling the situation. Because something's come to light or been revealed, right? So this could be somebody who's doing something illegal and you're like, wow, I didn't know you did that. I don't want no parts of it, right? We also have this speak up card. What I initially got with that would be where someone, because first I was thinking, okay, someone knows something, which of course that is true. Someone knows something about what happened, but I feel like in this particular situation, I feel like London knew something about this person or something that this person was involved in. But was like feeling not able to speak up or speak out about it, to speak a truth. But, or to tell like her side of this story or this side of this situation here. Y'all, I feel, yeah. So I feel like someone did speak up on it. She did speak up on it and it led to this tower. Okay? Because somebody may have reacted or did something kind of on the impulse in an aggressive way that took away like some type of future. Okay? So initially when I saw this card and I clarified it, it was kind of like the energy of confrontation. Now with that Lovers coming out, that could be anybody that you have a close or intimate connection with them. It could be family and friends as well. But it's like somebody that you know, or that, not London, well, she knows him too. But somebody I feel that her assailant knows or knew. She said something either around him, in front of them, or spoke up on something, and it got a negative reaction from Jalen. All right. I am getting that he is the person who is responsible for her death, right? And I don't know if this happened in his house, but it happened in a house, okay? In a home environment. And the people that were connected to her, to this situation, or who were there. See this marriage card? Marriage can be about, this card, it doesn't have to be about a romantic involvement. This card can also be about your partnerships, your contracts, your soul ties, your soul connections. So that could be family, most definitely a mother figure. But the energy that I got here was that he was responsible for what happened in his home. And these people, or this person that he's connected to, also bear some responsibility, because I feel like there was a medical emergency or something that happened that they were not allowed to call for help or the police, and it was like help covering it up. Okay. We also have here this karmic lesson or karmic connection. I get this card often, right? But I feel like a lot of people are in karmic connections that they just don't realize it. So I often take the card out just because I don't feel like it's super relevant to the reading, right? Or us having an understanding of it. Because a lot of times our karma is our karma, right? And so this may be something that she takes into a next lifetime, if you believe in that or not. But there was something that she was supposed to learn from this situation, either to not allow herself to be manipulated, or to allow herself to use her voice to speak up. And not to be controlled. To not dim her light for certain connections. Absolutely. And to trust what you feel or see intuitively about someone, especially when you're in a control situation. Let go of this energy of someone else controlling you. Trust that there is someone better for you. So this could be a situation that she had been contemplating no longer being a part of, like this relationship. All right. So I'm including that in this reading today because, one, Spirit included it, but two, somebody else may need to hear that. I also got the card of infidelity or cheating. Let's take a look at that. I didn't clarify it because it's so self-explanatory. So she could have also known that there was some infidelity or cheating here. But like maybe had been, like if she spoke up about it with that 8 of Swords, this could be something she was just thinking of, right? Or when she spoke up about it, it was met with some type of defense or resistance, right? Somebody feeling the need to defend themselves. Deny. And something about this situation may have ended in, like, resulted in the ending of this relationship or this connection. Or this could be someone who knew that he had the potential to cause her harm. Yeah. Like, I don't want to make him mad or set him off. This is a person who has a freaking anger issue. He definitely now and continuously when I was looking through this was showing up as like a narcissist, right? Like my way or the highway. And so she was a little bit, I don't want to say afraid of him, but a little bit afraid of him, right? I did see a post that said a couple things. One, he had been accused of sexual assault a couple times from much younger girls. He also had been dating London since she was like 13 or 14 years old. All right. Problem number one, 13 or 14, and he's 17. And now 23. 17, 18, now 23. But anyway, this is somebody that you and this person with this infidelity were not on the same page. So something about this relationship or this behavior had her constantly feeling like either a third party or feeling like defeated, right? But it's a toxic dynamic here. Now, we have a Queen of Cups showing up, a Queen of Coins, and a King of Cups, right? So this could be an actual like relationship third party, or see with that right there. Who do I want to call it? What I was going to say? Or like a mother figure. But there's an energy of competition here in this relationship between two women and this guy. So part of the reason that I really wanted to do this reading was because the mama was arrested. Well, I think the mother and the grandmother at some point, but then the mother they were all released, but the mother was rearrested. So yeah, I'm like, wonder what her involvement is. We also have here too this card strict, which says restricted by family or rules. So what my guides were telling me was that this is not someone being strict, but this is someone who kind of does what they're told, or like their family is like somebody who is, that mother figure, I'm telling you, who is going to support the foolishness, right? As I was doing this reading, I have a 20-year-old son, and I have told him for many years, like, please never expect your mother to lie for you. I'm not going to lie to the cops for you. I'm not going to lie to girls for you. So be sure that you're moving with integrity, and if you're not, don't bring them around me looking for the truth, because your mama going to give them the truth. This is the complete opposite of that. This is somebody who's going to stand by their child, whether they right or wrong, right? Whether they right or wrong, this is somebody who would be involved in his connections and his relationships. This is someone who, who's like, if Jalen says the sky is green, the mama gonna say, that's right, baby, right? Ooh, child. This is somebody like definitely giving enabler or like a codependent connection of some sort. So if this is somebody who was cheating, this mother gonna lie about them cheating. Like, no, he's not doing that, knowing damn well the girl slept there last night. That type of energy, okay? Oh, Jesus. So let me tell you what I got at the start of, okay, let me just show you this. I also got this stabbed card, right? So I feel like this was a physical stabbing. The energy that I got was that there was some type of confrontation, right? Or something that was spoken or said where I feel like London was like, no, let me just go on and say it, right? And this person is in the, and this person she hit somebody with the truth. And this person was in a defensive energy and may have even tried to walk away from a situation here, but was pulled back into like this confrontational energy. This conversation, with this angry person who did something impulsive. But I feel like the mother stepped in some way, right? And it wasn't to protect London or to help London or to get her. It was like, you're not going to attack my son, or you're not going to be in my son's face. It was that type of energy. So let me go ahead and tell you this since I'm already saying this. So it's like there's a confrontation going on between her and Jalen, and mother steps in. Y'all, I feel like when mom stepped in, that created more of a chaotic energy, and she was physically like stabbed She was stabbed or caused some type of bodily harm or injury. I'm not saying that he wasn't going to do that anyway, but I don't feel like he was. I feel like mama got all in the way, in the mix, and made a bad situation worse. And that's the outcome. But I also feel like she was not fatally wounded. Let's go. I'll keep going. We also have this special needs card, like differently abled. So like I said, him being 23 years old, he may be like mentally delayed to a degree. Or like just emotionally stunted in some way. Which may be why mother is so involved. But either he is like, he doesn't realize that there's this deficit. Or he might be walking around like, I'm a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's trying to like compensate for this deficit. So this is somebody whose family would be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with him. Knowing he needs to be in therapy, special classes, and all kinds of things, right? It's that type of energy. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I also have here that a truth was uncovered or revealed. Like I said, there was a confrontation about something. Yeah, it either occurred at this party or there was some type of drinking likely involved. That something was either said or done, or it like where somebody may have been holding their tongue about something or not wanting to see something, but there's like this aggressive energy. Somebody get on that drink and then they start saying too much or doing too much, and they don't care who they offend or how they offend. That liquid courage. And so I feel like there's an energy here of having spoken their truth or their mind. Like, yeah, I'm tired of being controlled in this situation, or you can't control me, or no, I'm going to tell this, or something like that. And I feel like it led to a physical fight and this aggressive energy here, or aggressive reaction. That would later lead to an energy of like, how did we get here? How did this happen? What has happened, right? And then leading into a cover-up of where somebody had lied about something. Y'all, there's a lot of energy here of like family, traditional partnerships or connections, right? I got this poison card, poison, drink, or food. And when I was clarifying this particular card, because Spirit said leave it in, it felt like to me, the energy of being like, if I wanted to hurt you, I could just do this, this, and this. This could be something too that within the home, someone was given something. Yeah, to make things look a certain way or to like present a certain image. But it's a falsehood. To make it look like somebody either to distance themselves from this situation, right? Or to keep some truth from being clear. I also got the card here, greed, guys. And greed can be, of course, greed, like getting money, right? But greed can also be, which I think it is in this case, I feel like it is in this case, a case of kind of wanting to have your cake and eat it too, or wanting like all of someone's time and attention. And this is like a hidden or subconscious energy of this mother figure, or this maybe even grandmother, but the Queen of Pentacles here. So like I said, like the energy of competition in whatever this triangle or this group of people is. Too many players on the field. Energy of feeling outnumbered. He is dealing with more than just her. That's for sure. Somebody seeing and realizing that they had been naive about that. Somebody too, like extended a hand, or like they may have showed up like a loving, supportive type of energy. But no, that it wasn't how they actually felt about it. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't like this little girl, but I'm being nice to her because it's that type of energy, which makes sense for this next card, which says they're not who you think they are. And this, I feel, is about not Jalen, so to speak. I feel like this is about the people who covered up a situation, or who were hiding some type of confusion, or manipulating a situation in some way. I feel like this is definitely an energy of staging, of covering something up. I feel like whoever, after whatever this is that occurred, I literally just heard like, help me, help me. And people weren't helping her. Goosies, goosies, goosies. I really want to cry. So like, in any situation like that, especially a woman to woman, it's going to be like, don't do that girl like that. Or, you know, you're going to empathize or sympathize because, like, you too are a female. She didn't get that from whoever this female is. This older female. This next card, I really want to cry, is the murder card. Self-explanatory. This next card is the medical emergency. Let me clean my face, hold on. So guys, that medical emergency card is what we kind of been talking about up to now. It's like seeing that someone has an injury, or that something is wrong, or they've been harmed or hurt in some way. Being aware of it, but turning a blind eye. Turning a blind eye, not offering any type of assistance to get the victim any help. And that resulted in this death, this ending. I feel like that's connected to the mother. This guilt or shame, because she had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to help this young lady. I don't know if it's the mother, y'all, but it's a female. It's a female energy, okay? We also got this card, envy or jealousy. And, I mean, I don't really have to clarify that because we've seen that several times here. Yeah, see? That energy of competition. Someone either fighting for someone's attention, and that could be their physical attention, you know what I'm saying? Or just to be around this person and their energy. Friends. So this could be an energy of someone being jealous of past relationships or connections. Family dynamics. How someone being close to their family. I don't know, John. We also have this recover card, recover or recovery. I feel like this is connected to where London was found and how she was found. I don't think that he expected her to not be found, but this is someone who's like, let's distance this. They did something. They took like some type of physical action to distance it from them. Yeah, trying to make a situation look, trying to escape justice, avoid justice. Definitely manipulating the situation. Like, she went here, or she didn't stay here, or she left here. Yeah, you left her from there. You took her from there. And it was local and in the neighborhood. Okay, we know that. We also have the ex or the past partner. I thought that was interesting because his attorney, y'all, on the news, is it on the news? Like every article that I see or that I had seen, only his attorney is saying this. Everybody else is saying London's boyfriend, right? His and his mother's attorney is saying she is his ex-boyfriend. I believe that he is her ex-boyfriend. I believe that in that visit, she was ready to cut ties or to walk away from him. And so now they're taking that like, yep, they had broken up, right? So but it's deceptive. It's deceptive. In order to, because he didn't want her to break up with him. In order to separate or distance himself, like in relation to London, that's his ex. Now, baby, that's why I be feeling this type of way about lawyers. I know everybody needs a defense attorney. And man, I know some ones who are amazing and have been amazing from a personal standpoint, right? But some of them just, boy, deceptive. So that whole ex energy that's being told about from this King of Pentacles, Jalen, is a freaking lie, okay? It's a lie. It is a lie. And it's like what am I saying? Trying to distance themselves. So I don't know if the family is told this lie as well, because they're going to say what he want to say, or vice versa. Just to kind of create some confusion. We also got this card, anger and aggression. Then we got stuck. We also got deception, lying or liar. We also got blindsided or shocked. I feel like this was London's shock. That this situation happened the way that it did. Like I feel like the shock is not just that she was wounded, but that people that she had been around for the last, 4 years weren't trying to help her. We also got intoxicated or drinking. We also got this card, family. Siblings, cousins, aunt, uncle, mother, father, in-laws, grands. I believe that's his family. We also have a controlling energy here. Listen, we got this pedo card as well. I feel like these are all connected. And part of me felt like this energy was part of their confrontation. Okay? I take that with a grain of salt. We also have self-defense. So I definitely clarified this, right? I feel like that's what he's going to use. I feel like that's what he's going to use. So they have to be able to prove that this was done and it wasn't self-defense, which may be difficult. I feel like they're going to have to use science. I don't know, though, after 2 weeks of decomposition, if they'll be able to do that. I pray so. Yeah, there's going to be an energy of she was drinking and being aggressive. Or I was trying to protect myself or protect my mom or vice versa. Yeah. Baby, that. You ever met somebody dumb who thought they was smart? I was like, I don't think you really know how stupid you actually are. That's the energy I get from him. We also got this energy of revenge. We also have the familiar face and acquainted stranger. This particular card, guys, when I first saw it, I was thinking, is that like the statutory aspect of it? Because I know she was physically involved with this man. Is that like the statutory aspect of it, right? Like intercourse due to age difference, right? And Spirit was like, no, this is something that occurred or happened that day, or like the day that they had this confrontation. I feel like there was some type of physical assault. And I feel like his family knew that, or was aware of what was happening and didn't intervene in any way as well. We also have this card, corrupt officials. Now, so I was like, well, everybody black in this case, ain't they? But I feel like this is not about this current situation. I feel like the corruption comes from like if like previous claims had been handled or addressed or taken seriously, then we wouldn't be here today talking about London in this case with this young man, right? I feel like previous claims were dismissed or ignored. I feel the two young ladies that I saw making the claims, guys, just FYI, were also white, right? So I feel like in those cases, Jalen was able to say something, or his family was able to say something that kept the cops from like really investigating it or taking those young ladies' claims seriously. Does that make sense? From pursuing the charges. Like they trying to set me up, and the cops just kind of was like, I believe him. And they didn't pursue it. We also have here, guys, accident, like I said, okay, and a physical fight. Like I said, I feel like, yeah, there was a physical altercation. Someone stepped in or tried to intervene to defend this boy, this grown-ass man. And this is how this situation unfolded. And they went from that into, let's cover this up, let's hide it, right? I don't know what they told the police, but they probably told her that she ran away from their house or she left their house. Yeah. Again, trying to distance themselves and keep a story hidden. Yeah, to kind of detach themselves from the situation. And this final card, feeling abandoned. I feel like that's because they abandoned her in that vehicle. I feel like those are London's, that's London's energy in this entire situation. So what I asked Spirit here, using that Kipper deck, was show me clearly who is responsible for this. And y'all, I literally got the man and the woman. And I said, who physically stabbed or injured her? Right? Show me that. And then I clearly got just this one card. That's that King of Pentacles energy. That Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be that. But that person who is materialistic. The one who kept showing up in all these other readings. And what was my next question? Who physically did it, and who else could be considered responsible for that medical emergency energy? And so it's like everybody who was in the house. We got the house card, that occupation card. This is like somebody so focused on like they could have said they was working or they was at work or they didn't see something. But also this marriage card. So somebody that he has this close familial ties to, a relationship or an allegiance to, because it's like a relative, right? Yeah. So This is disappointing. Hold on a second. Well, okay. It's so weird. I feel like, hold on before I say that. Both of them. Y'all. I hope that's not correct. But I somehow feel like the mother is going to be in more trouble than Jalen is. Like legal trouble. And it may not be, it may be because, you know, they gotta really be confident in their ability to prove that it wasn't self-defense. But they may end up punishing his mother legally for her role. It's kind of like OJ being acquitted, right? But then years later going to jail for so long for like the memorabilia crap, right? It's something like that. But don't get me started on that because I really think he was covering for his son too. Ooh, interesting. So yeah, praying for London's family, the ones who actually loved her. I said I was going to try not to give my opinion too much because I feel like I've seen something about 3 different men coming out saying they were fathers. One was a stepfather, but then like 2 other dudes. And then I've seen some things where she was saying how alone she felt. But now we have all these people fighting over how much they loved her. So, you know, there's that. So yeah, I'm just praying for London's actual loved ones, the people that showed her they loved her before this happened, you know? I hope this was helpful, guys. Bye-bye.